Alright, so today's video, as you can see by the title and thumbnail, is something a little bit different to anything I've ever posted on this channel. We're going to be talking about FC24 and why this game is so bad. And what I'm talking about is mainly Ultimate Team and gameplay focus. I'm not going to touch career mode because I love career mode. Like, career mode is my main thing that I post. It's what I make content on and what I want to make content on. And Ultimate Team is just a side thing that I play now and again to get packs to open for videos and stuff like that. But this year, we're 7 months into the game, nearly 8 months into the game, and it's been a very, just downhill, not even spiral, it's just been extremely downhill decline. From the day the game came out, it feels like there's not been any real, upward spikes in the game, being like, oh, this was good, this was good. Occasional SBCs that get released, right, where people are like, oh, this SBC is good, but then they play the game and it's bad. Like, that's the only thing that this game is a menu game. It's been like that for a long time now, where the game wants you to be on the game and spend money on the store to get the packs, to get the players, like your Mbappes, like your Ousmane Dembélés. First of all, I'm not making this video because of the boycott that's going on right now with FC24. I mean, it is kind of to do with that, with the whole, picks they did where, they were boosted rewards, but you could get Mbappe and Dembélés quite easily. And then they released a statement being like, these were unintentional rewards for players to get, which showed what everyone has known for years. But you're not meant to get the best rewards in this game. You're meant to hopefully spend 200 quid on packs in the store and maybe get United and Mbappe that way. You're not meant to play the game for 20 games champs and be rewarded by getting a United and Mbappe. You're meant to get your Dantes, your Tadivos, your Medinas. You're meant to get those cards because the game doesn't really reward you for being good at the game or putting time into the game to achieve something that you want to achieve. And the first thing I'm going to talk about this year, in this video, is the gameplay is laughably bad this year, and has no enjoyable qualities. You know what I mean? Skill moves are fairly useless. Long shots get blocked so much unless you have a play style plus, and whatever and down hit is you have 9 players in the box at all times. It feels like OP AI defender where you don't have to touch the game. One-dimensional gameplay where you just hold R1, go down the wing, attack the ball, play the ball across the box, and score a tap in for 9 times out of 10 of your goals. AI blocks long shots and most passes. Playstyle pluses are brilliant, stupid at this point, and take no skill to score goals. And that is true. You literally just get your Salahs, I don't even know cards who have finesse shot pluses these days. You just have players edge of the box. You get the finesse shot plus. You create a little bit of room. You hit that green time, make goal. That's it. There's no real skill there to do anything. All you have to do is learn how to green time a shot, and that's it. You know what I mean? Just get a meta player for doing that. There you go, you're set. And you have to be a rat in this game to get anywhere, because this game doesn't reward you for being skillful. To be good at this game, you don't have to have skill. You just have to exploit the bad mechanics in the game, the glitches in this game, the playstyle pluses to get cheap wins. You cannot play football on this game or have the smallest amount of fun when you're playing it. It's an anti-football game where I say gegenpressing, but it isn't really gegenpressing. High press football where you get swarmed by 5 players the second you touch the ball. You have 9 players in the box at all times, so you try to break down someone's defense. And all you can do is go down the wing and play across, like I mentioned. That you can't do a skill run, you can't do the long shots that much unless you as I mentioned, exploit the playstyle pluses. You can't do anything outside of that. And there's no originality anymore. It's been like this for a long time, ever since really they had a custom tactics and weekend lead to the game. It's all about meta. You know what I mean? It's meta. And this year it's so meta based to the point if you go outside the meta, you get screwed. You literally can't do anything if you go outside the meta. If you try to play a different style of play style, you try to play the olden days, or you try to play actual football, you get ruined because of that. Because you're not listening to the meta, you're not playing so one-dimensional and being a rat the way the game wants you to play. This game wants you to play brainless football. It wants you to not be emotional, not react to what you do. It just wants you to just accept just the depressing way this game is. The gameplay, the style of the gameplay is just depressing. There's no anything enjoyable. You keep saying, everyone just goes on YouTube and TikTok and copies the new weekly meta tactics and players and gameplay every single week. It's just new meta. And that isn't really a bad thing per se, because obviously every game has a new meta now and again. But it's when, I'll say 9 times out of 10 of the games you play, it's just that the same teams, the same players, the same people doing the same stuff. Like there's no originality. You don't have someone like when you have someone using like a 5-star skill team try to skill pass you and do stuff like that. Like you don't have that anymore. The only time that happened is when the Truckster Plus glitch was in the game, where if you did like you had like Di Maria, I think it was at the time, who everyone used. Where if you did that, the ball was actually stuck to his foot and you couldn't tackle him because the ball was actually stuck to his foot. That's the only time people did like skills, because they did one skill move and then they could just walk through your team and score, because that was an exploitation in the game and a glitch. And also like packs and rewards, mainly rewards are like, unless you, I say packs as well for objectives, are not rewarding. Like unless you go to the store and you like, let's look at the most expensive promo pack in the store right now. I think it's like 4.5k FIFA points, if I'm not mistaken, which is about 40 odd quid in real life money. Yeah, 4.5k FIFA points. You get 50 regular players rated 85 or higher, with 2 guaranteed to be 90 rated or higher. Also 2 guaranteed League and Super seasons with 193 rated or higher, which obviously is a sick pack. But for 40 odd, like people are spending that much money to do that twice, right? That's 9k FIFA points. 9k FIFA points is, close to 70 quid. You know what I mean? Like close to 70 quid, 60, 70 quid. And you know what you can do for 60, 70 quid? You can buy a whole new game. Like just to open one pack, like deepest real quick, to open that one pack twice, you're buying this game again. Simple as that. You're just buying this game again. And yes, you're going to get a good card. You're going to get maybe like a good team of the season. But for that amount of money, it isn't worth it. And if you, for example, all the packs you can see in my store right now, 103, these have been gotten from rewards from doing squad battles and occasional rivals and objectives. I can sit here and open 103 packs, and maybe when I get to like the good packs, like the 87 pluses, etc., I'll get something good. But I can open this 80 plus by 2, which I got from completing like a small objective, and I'm just going to get Izzy Palazon and like Ugarte, those players over and over again. All these packs you can see here, I'm going to get the same players multiple times, like 10 plus times. I'm going to see the same player. It's rare that you open a pack these days, like a small pack like this, and you actually get rewarded with something good because you completed an objective for it. You have to literally, like you can play 20 games of champs, for example, right, and get 2 90 rated cards you will never use because they're not meta. Like you can play, like that's where the whole thing is coming from recently, where like you got better rewards because they messed up basically. But without that, like this weekend, right, without that, you would have got maybe your Marquinhos, whoever's in the League and Super season, you maybe would have got like a 93, a 94 if you're lucky. But you're just guaranteed to mainly get 90 rated cards. It's like, okay, so I played 20 games. I sweated and I grinded to get 11 wins, maybe. 11 wins isn't easy to do in Weekend League for anyone. I mean, it is for some people, but like the casual player getting 11 wins is not really like the best. Like it's not easy to do unless they sit there and they disregard their mental health and everything else like that. They disregard their life, for example. They spend the money on the game, they get the meta players, and they just play the meta tactics and just be a rat and have nothing enjoyable comes from doing that. Maybe, yes, you get the pack, you get a good player from the rewards, but that's a millisecond. You see the player, you pick it, done. And you go into the game again, and then you're just reminded of all the stuff you had to do to get to that. And then next week you do it again, and then you don't get anything from that, you do it again, you get nothing from that, you do it again. Maybe you get something decent that time, but it's just chasing that dopamine hit for like 2 seconds, like chasing a different color pixel for 2 seconds, and then that makes you think the depressing and the stressful way this game is worth that, and it isn't. It really isn't worth that. Like just seeing a different, like a card that's decent, like seeing a 95 rated attacker that you might want, like a Saka, if you're an Arsenal fan, getting Saka might be sick, or getting Doku, like a Man City fan like I am. I wanted to pack him because I'm a Man City fan. I would use him on my team. And as you can see by my team, I have a fairly good team. Like, that's SBCs, I'm meant to go to the club. But I have a fairly decent team. And, like, this is set up to be kind of meta. Like, if I go to my tactics, go to attacking, I had to go meta style. I can see 4-2-3-1. Tactics are fairly meta. Like, instructions are fairly meta and stuff like that, the way the team's set up. This is the way I like to play anyway, this formation. But I did also try some other stuff, but this is the best one I could have. and whatever, you know what I mean? And like, it's just also the cards that you do get from rewards. Like, I got Ollie Watkins in a pack, right? And he was in my team for a little bit, but he's on the bench. You know, he's on the bench, and I rarely ever make subs anyway, to be fair. Like, I rarely ever make subs. And that's the issue. Like, you chase the good player for them not to be usable in a week or whatever, right? Because there's a new card out, or there's a new meta card. And another thing I want to talk about is the patches and updates they constantly bring to the game. That makes the game worse to play and less fun to play, because they nerf the fun stuff that people are having fun with, and they make the things that people are complaining about better. Like AI defending, every update they've added to this game. At the start of this game, defending was fairly hard. Like if you go back and watch like YouTubers' videos at the start of the game, it was like how to defend in this game, because people were like, okay, this is different. This is not AI defending. This is actually manual defending. Now, 7-8 months down the line, if you manually defend, like if I manually defend in my game, I don't like just dropping back and just letting the game do it for me, because that isn't fun. What's the point in playing the game if I just let the game do it for me? I might as well just not play it. And like now it's just have 8-9 players in the box, hold X. There you go. You'll have your defenders like your Canates, your Van Dijks, you know what I mean, I don't even know, Salivas, or whoever, like your OP defenders just do the job for you. And also like playing this game just isn't worth the depression, the stress, the lack of fun you have. Like I played 8 games of champs. This is when I was gonna make this video. I played 8 games of champs like 2 weeks ago now. It was for the Bundesliga team in the season, right, where people were disconnecting and stuff like that. I played 8 games. I was 4-on-4. And if this game was fair, and if this game was like catered to being good at the game, like if you won because you're better, I would have been 7-1. But because I disconnected twice and I lost a game that I didn't deserve to lose, I was 4-4. Granted, also in the 2 games that I disconnected, I was winning the game comfortably. And I sat there after every single game, even after winning, like winning comfortably as well. Even after winning the game, I sat there like, why am I doing this? Like, what is really the point of me doing this? Because I'm most likely not going to get anything good from my packs, my player picks. I know that, or the packs that I get. I know I'm not going to get anything good. And if I do, great. You know what I mean? That's like, again, 2 seconds of a dopamine hit. You get that, and you're like, oh, this is nice. And then you move on. And you go back into the grind of being just, like, punched in the face or kicked in the balls by the game every single day you play the game. Because it isn't fun. You're just chasing that little dopamine hit, because it's addicting. You know, seeing like a sick card come out of a pack. I packed a 93 Mbappe a few months ago, and I was gassed. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, this is sick. And I also packed Van Dijk. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is sick. But as you can see, my team is mostly SBC players, like Cannavaro, Desai, Makalele, Bruno Fernandes, you know, Julian Alvarez, Chloe Kelly, Katie McCabe, or Evos, like Gabriel Martinelli. I can see there's other Evos and like more SBC players, like icons. You got Evo, Javadiol. You know what I mean? You got like Hooten here, Greenwood, who's an Evo. You got so many cards that were like SBCs, or like I've got lucky and packed them, or anything like that, or Evos. Like my team at one point was full Evos, pretty much. Like it was 1 or 2 players that weren't Evos, because you don't get anything ready from packs. And like the 2 players I packed in this team that are like sick. Well, I say 3 players really. Like Van Dijk, Desai, and Mbappe. They're my 3 pack pools for this game. I am like, okay, there we go. You know what I mean? Like I haven't really got I've not got a Haaland, you know what I mean, Harry Kane sick card, a Ousmane Dembele sick card, whatever. Because I don't play this game enough to pay champs to do this and do this and do this, because I care about my mental health. I don't want to put myself through that. But moving on to the next thing, is every year they make the best parts about the game from the previous games. They take that and they make it worse for the next one. Like FIFA 23, I look back and I think that game wasn't the best. Like the core mechanics of the game wasn't really the best, but it had a good finishing. Like you were rewarded if you were good at shooting. You know what I mean, in front of goal, for the most point. Like finesse shots were a bit and like some other shots like chip shots were a bit meh. But this year, the finishing is dreadful. It is so dreadful. I can aim top right hand corner with some over 99 finishing. It happens in Chroma all the time as well. You see my videos where I say I've aimed top corner there, or I've aimed across goal, and the shot just goes straight at the keeper. And on the other side of that is goalkeepers in this game as well are dreadful. They really are. The amount of times I've complained in my career videos about goalkeepers because like a shot will be coming straight at them. I know on the right in my Man United series right now, I've replaced him because he was being bad. He's an 84 rated goalkeeper who in previous FIFAs, right, would have been good. I'd have been happy with an 84 rated goalkeeper in my career at the start. I'd have been like, okay, this is great. You know what I mean? He's a decent goalkeeper. But because the goalkeepers in this game being so bad, I had to replace him. Because he was making so many errors, like shots near post he was letting in that he should have been saving, shots coming straight at him, he should have saved. And there weren't even like good shots either, like powerful shots that were like, okay, you have to react in a blink of an eye. These were easily savable shots for a 60 rated goalkeeper. But like even Addison, right, in this ultimate team, I've conceded goals where Addison looks like he's a 64 rated goalkeeper. It makes no sense. Like a goalkeeper's meant to be like good if they're good. You know what I mean? Like having a 94 rated Addison is meant to be okay. I'm confident with him in goal because it's 94 rated. But if Dessay or Van Dijk get broken in behind off, which happens quite a lot because I defend manually, I'm then there like, okay, I'm going to concede because Addison's going to make an error. And now and again he'll make a 6 save, but most of the time he will let a shot in that shouldn't have gone in. And like they also just make the gameplay incredibly slow and sluggish. And like 99 rated agility players like Chloe Kelly, for example, right? Her dribbling is insane. Look at that, like 99 dribbling with the chem style on her, and 95 balance, like insanely sick dribbling and like agility. It makes cause like that feel like the great Carly trying to play football. Like she's got 99 finishes as well, and I can tell you, there's been times where I've taken a shot with Chloe Kelly that should have gone in, even if she had like 64 rated shooting, and it's gone wide or the goalkeeper's made a save because it's not gone where I've aimed it. And then you could turn off assisted shooting, but then the game just screws you over even more because the game just, you know, doesn't even listen to you that way. It makes no sense. And lastly, I want to talk about EA in general. Like EA need to fix up because they're gonna kill their game. They're gonna kill this game because if they're like trying to just make it a menu-based game where like you buy packs, you do SBCs, you buy packs, you do SBCs, and maybe you play champs. You know, you play 20 games of champs, you become depressed, you hate your life, and you spend more money to get the cars that you need to get. If that's what they want this game to be, then they're gonna lose their player base because people are realizing now. I mean, it's unfortunate that it takes like such a big thing by EA to mess up for people to realize that they don't care. They don't care about giving you the rewards that you should get. They don't care about making this game fun. They just care about money. That's what they care about. EA have always been that way. And every year people are like, oh, the next game should be better because EA made these mistakes this year and they should learn from that. And it doesn't happen because EA don't try to make a fun game. It is depressing that like they talk about adding ads into the games now, adverts in the games. Imagine playing champs, right? You lost the game that you should have won, and then you get like a 30-second unskippable ad for whatever. Like EA are going to become they already are one of the most hated gaming companies in the world. But if they do have ads and don't fix up with FIFA, FC, whatever, they're going to become the most hated gaming company in history. They're already up there, but it will be undeniable at that point. And especially with like games like UFL and 2K making FIFA, you know what I mean, coming out hopefully pretty soon and like being shown off to the world like what they should do. And if those games are fun and are a fun, rewarding football gaming experience, FIFA or FC is going to be forgotten about until EA sit there and go, okay, this gameplay that we have, let's scrap it and make something fun. These rewards that we get, that we give people, let's scrap that and make them actually be rewarding. Like they class it as rewards, but it's not rewarding. You play 20 games of champs, and you get a 90 rated centre back who's you're never going to use. You put into an SBC like a few days later for a card that then you're going to use for like a few games, and then they're not usable anymore, so you have to replace them. And like it's just like what I have written down here, right, is if 2K make FIFA, right, a FIFA game with career mode, my player like they have in NBA, you know, like a fun online experience like an NBA My Park, and also fun gameplay and all the licensing they need, Plus Ultimate Team, I thought to put that in there. Like if they have like an Ultimate Team game mode that's like rewarding, you get good gameplay, you get good rewards, and you can build a good team, and you can play good football, and it's fun to play. Then they have the career mode aspect where it's fun to play. They have the storyline game mode where it's fun to play. They have an online experience which is fun to play. People are going to very quickly jump ship to 2K or whatever the next FIFA, like football big game is, until EA have a literal main competitor to make a game with. They're not going to try. They're really not going to try to make a good game because they've got the monopoly right now. Think about when PES was a competitor to FIFA, right? FIFA was fun at that point. FIFA was a good game. It had its aspects that weren't fun, because obviously every game has that. They have their glitches, they have their things that aren't great. But nowadays, the gameplay team at EA for FIFA or SC, it feels like they don't understand football. It feels like they just hire people that have never watched a game of football in their life, that don't care about football as a sport, that don't care about football fans, that don't care about a football game. Because you go back to FIFA 20 or FIFA 19, whatever. Now, FIFA 20 had some decent gameplay, but I think the team that was on FIFA 20 got replaced. Like that was like I think the last good, real, like fairly decent football experience, and I think that team doesn't exist anymore. I think they're gone, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever the team is now, they need to look at themselves. They need to look at the game and think, okay, we are killing our own company. Like EA can look at the sales and the store, the revenue, and be like, okay, we're good because the money they're bringing in. But they need to look at the player base because the amount of people that just quit the game, that just go, okay, I played it for a few weeks, that's enough. Like one of my mates brought the game, played it for a few weeks, hasn't touched it since. Literally, I've got friends that have done that. I only play this game as much as I do because I make career mode content. I want to become a career mode YouTuber. I want to do YouTube as a job and earn money from it and move and go on and go forth and stream it, etc. But if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't really touch this game. Like wholeheartedly, I wouldn't touch Ultimate Team. That's one thing guaranteed. I wouldn't touch Ultimate Team. I would play career mode now and again, but I would rather play like COD, which isn't the most fun game to play right now. I'm getting into PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, games like that are fun, rewarding to play. Fortnite, even if Fortnite's not in a good space right now. And like right now, everyone's saying boycott FIFA, boycott FC, which is obviously a good thing to do because everyone did a similar thing with Helldivers and Tarkov recently, where like the company that made those games listened. They went, okay, we see what we did. You didn't like it. Let's change it. Let's fix this. But how many years have we said, let's boycott FIFA? Let's boycott this. Let's boycott that. Let's stop playing that. Let's stop playing this. And it happens for like a few days, if that, or a day, and then nothing happens because everyone knows, unless it actually genuinely happens. If you go on Twitch and you see 100 viewers for FIFA, right, SC, and YouTube, no one's posting the video, no one posts a game. All that's out in the media is everything bad about the game. EA are going to sit there and be like, okay, we need to really do something because we can't just have bad publicity about our game constantly. They would have to fix it. But I'm going to stop rambling here. Let me know down below what you think about this video and what I said. And it's just one of those things that's like, I could go on for days and 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 days about this, you know what I mean? And especially with ADHD, I could easily do that. But yeah, I'm going to stop it here because I could sit and ramble for ages. I don't know how long this has been, but I'm going to call it here. So thank you guys for watching. And let me know down below what you think about what I said in this video, your thoughts and opinions and everything. If you want to check out my FC24 content, I do career mode content where I try to bring the most fun career mode content I can do with this game. I play like realism football, like sliders and stuff like that, and like signings and stuff like that. I try to do that. And I did a play career mode. If you want to watch my Ultimate Team pack openings, I'm still going to do those. It's views at the end of the day. Then feel free to do so. But this game, FC24, is the straw that broke the camel's back. I genuinely think this game is the straw that broke the camel's back. And if FC25 doesn't deliver on at least 50% of the game being fun and rewarding, and then the updates that come to the game make it more fun, if they just release a game that's FC24 but +1 in the title, I think next year it's going to be even worse for EA with the like publicity about the game. And if they do it again and do it again and do it again, that's what's going to kill the game. I give FC 5 years. I give it 5 years if that. That's being generous. If they don't fix up next year, and the year after, if they don't release 2 games back to back, which are, releasable, fun to play, and rewarding gaming experience, and then 2K make FIFA, UFL comes out, I give SC 5 years. I give EA 5 years to like really fix up this game, which is being generous as I mentioned. And if they don't, this game is dead. They've killed FIFA at that point. If they don't fix up in 2, 3, 5 years, then it's over for them. It really is over. So thank you guys for watching. I'm actually going to do the outro now. And yeah, as I mentioned, check out other content if you want to. Drop a subscription. We're on the road to 900 subscribers right now, with the overhanging goal being 1,000. I'm going to make a video talking about what I want in FC25, mainly career mode based, or just what I want in the games in general coming forward. If you're interested in that, stick around. As I mentioned, check out the content I make if you want to do so. I'll see you guys on this one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.